Hello, beautiful people. Lady Kitsune here now. These are the fictional men that were actually problematic as heck. And this is from an article from BuzzFeed. Let me put my glasses on and try to read this to you guys. Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother. Ted's attitude with Stella is super creepy. He claims he can turn a no into a yes just because she's pretty. Also, his entire story with Robin is wrong, specifically when he wants to change her mind on marriage and kids. Yeah. Edward Cullen from Twilight. Very old stalker. I was in 8th grade and saw Edward as romantic, smart, mature, and caring. Now that I'm older, I realize he's incredibly obsessive. Not only that, but his relationship with Bella is stalkerish and creepy. Twilight made preteen me think it was normal for boys to sneak in your room and watch you sleep. Harry Potter from Harry Potter. Harry constantly relies on the skills and talents of other people. Hermione Granger. While getting all the credit just because he's the chosen one. Neville would have made a better chosen one. Michael Scott from The Office. Michael is trying to constantly grow close to people who reject him, but in turn, he rejects the ones that are there for him. Also, he does stupid things and gets upset when people react badly to him. He throws a fit at Phyllis's wedding, photoshops himself into Carol's family photo, and is a total jerk when Pam sets him up with her landlord. He constantly complains about wanting a girlfriend but won't date a woman if she isn't pretty enough. Michael doesn't deserve Holly. Luca Danes from Gilmore Girls. He's a homophobic baby man who can't handle the concept of buying some crappy curtains. He gets mad if when no one in town wants to mourn the death of his sexual predator of an uncle, mostly because he really identifies with him. He slut shames Lorelai because apparently she's his property, even when they were just friends. Gets pissy when she dates other men, all while being too emotionally constipated to ask her on a date. Archie Andrews from Riverdale, likes to mess with older women. Archie rejects Betty, then gets jealous when she starts dating Jughead. Then makes out with Veronica in front of Betty just to spite her. Yeah, real mature. I'm currently watching Riverdale. Yeah, I could do without Archie. Ben Warren from Grey's Anatomy. Constantly getting the hospital in trouble, distracting Dr. Bailey, taking on procedures and emergencies that he isn't ready for, playing the victim when he finally gets in trouble for it. Dawson Leary from Dawson's Creek. Condescending, constantly takes advantage of Julie's friendship and dismisses her love for art as a hobby. Marty McFly from Back to the Future. Thinks a great way to set up his parents is to get a guy to sexually assault his mother so his dad can act like the hero and rescue her. Wow. Tate Langdon from American Horror Story. Yeah, I agree. Never liked Tate myself, but so many people are obsessed with him. Not only does he manipulate Violet so he won't be so lonely, but he also kills 2 men and sexually assaults Violet's mom. Oh yeah, and he shoots up a school. Yeah. Wes Gibbons from How to Get Away with Murder. Annalise puts her life on the line for Wes every time, and he's always ungrateful. He also cheats on his girlfriend and gets another girl pregnant. Wow. Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I couldn't stand Spike when I was growing up. You start to realize how gross and problematic he is. He tries to kill every one of Buffy's friends and tries to sexually assault her. George O'Malley from Grey's Anatomy, sorry. Oh, shout out to my new subscriber. Now, George O'Malley is the perfect example of nice guy syndrome. He's ridiculously judgmental of all the women in his life. He holds all his love interests to impossible damsel in distress standards, and then gets upset when they don't piss themselves with gratitude for him. Ferris Bueller from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He's so entitled, he even bullies, manipulates his emotionally damaged friend into borrowing and consequently destroying his dad's $170,000 car. And he commits several crimes, lies to his loving parents, and makes his girlfriend think she lost a grandparent just to get her caught up in his schemes. Wow. Ezra Fitz from Pretty Little Liars. Mr. Fitz stalks a 16-year-old girl despite knowing her age, pretends he doesn't, hooks up with her and becomes her teacher, and stays in a relationship with her. Pedo! Bender from The Breakfast Club. Half these scenes I haven't seen. Bender's supposed to be the rebel and the hero, but he spends 70% of the movie repeatedly sexually harassing Claire, almost to the point of assault when he puts his face between her legs without her knowledge or consent. Of course, they get together at the end because nothing says genuine romance like forcing someone to admit they are a virgin against their will and taunting them about it. What? Joey Gladstone from Full House? What's wrong with Joey? Guy's a bum. Sure, he moves in to help out his best friend raise his girls, but all Joey ever does is take advantage of his friend's hospitality. He never holds down a job for long, doesn't pay rent, never listens to what anybody says, and spits on people all the time. Jim Halpert from The Office. Selfish brat, especially once he marries Pam. He always gets what he wants, despite his minimal effort. He also doesn't help with the baby and always makes huge decisions without consulting Pam. Ross Geller from Friends. Not only is Ross whiny and irritating, but he also refuses to let Rachel be friends with a male colleague. Xander Harris from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. What's wrong with Xander? I used to watch Buffy when I was growing up. I had it fall. Oh, he does the truly horrendous things. He always acts like he has some claim over Buffy. She's on Cordy. And most importantly, leaves Anya at the altar. Saving the world with the yellow crayon won't make us forget, Zan. Wow. And then finally, last but not least, all the male characters from The Big Bang Theory. Yeah, they're misogynists. They see women as trophies or challenges they have to conquer. Even Howard, who's supposed to be an obvious creep, is one of the protagonists, and we're supposed to think his predatory behavior is gross but forgivable. Like when Penny calls him out for his terrible behavior, we're supposed to feel bad for him. Penny's then painted as a bully for speaking the truth, and is later pressured into apologizing to him. And Of course, Howard does not apologize for stalking her and making her uncomfortable. Wow. Come to think of it, these guys are horrible. Yeah, I didn't like Ted Mosby, but all these guys were awful. Excuse me? I was surprised to see Xander on the list. I wasn't so surprised about Edward Cullen. Excuse me, sorry, but I didn't see Jacob on there since he imprinted on Bella's young daughter. Yeah, right. Anyway, now comment below and tell me what I missed and tell me what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Deuces.